Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be doing a college paper on my classification and division essay, which I wrote on toxic chemicals in hygiene products and all the research which I had completed. And this video is kind of, I guess you could say, fun for me. So I'm going to leave the link and for people to view the actual document. And I think it's very interesting. And I'm going to get out of this restaurant. So we're just going to go ahead and take our exit. And then I'm going to start reading the actual document. It's very good. Let me go ahead and show you really quickly because I know you're looking at the screen and you can probably start reading it. But we're going to skip to the bottom. I'm going to show you all of these retrieved, the articles, retrieved the information for how many toxins are in most of the products, which we are putting on our bodies, which we don't pay much attention to. So we have the references, which is at the bottom, and you're seeing it right there on the screen. And here's the articles which are taken from. We have a mbapolymers.com. Okay, so that's a link right there. And I can leave all these links in the side of the video too, which is going to be like, I mean, that'll just make things a lot easier. I didn't want to go through a whole lot of putting in a slide and doing all this stuff. I just didn't want to do it. I have some of my devices right here, so I figured I'd just do it because I was talking to a couple people about the topic, and I thought that they would probably like it. So I'm enjoying trying to do YouTube and also spreading awareness. And just this is actually my official retake. I earned my associate's degree off of this paper, so I hope you guys really like it. Um, yeah. So anyway, we have the first one right there, which is titled 2014 July 22nd, and is the website right there. It's the first website. Can celebrities successfully tackle the plastic waste challenge? All right. So it does this whole article does pull in a whole lot of celebrities. Um, it does pull a lot of them in. Okay, so the second one is by BW Cook 2019. The crowd celebrities. Environmentalists come together to fight ocean plastic. You see, it's from the LA Times. Okay. Next, we have Kourtney Kardashian, avocado hair mask. Their Poosh, Poosh, and that's on YouTube. So it's really good. And then we have the next one, Windelspecht Essentials of Biology, 5th edition. Um, it's just another reference where I get the information from. Next, you have Khloe Kardashian is standing up for the environment and sustainability, and that is Goss. Looks like Goss, a link from Goss, which is probably another magazine. And you see the author's name and the year at the top, which is Magliocco S. Yeah, that's right there. So you have the next one, 2017, and the United Nations declares war on plastic waste, and that is um, the next one right there. Messenger Bee, that's an article from wastemanagementworld.com. Parker Ale, we got Planet or Plastic, National Geographic. Um, I think that's the one where they show the maps of the trash floating in the ocean. It's very horrible stuff. Um, and then we have personal care products contribute to pollution. Um, Science Daily. We have a Rennert J. The next one is the writer of the next one is Beauty, retrieved from Vogue. They're talking about Poosh, which is Kim Kardashian, was trying to pull out a lot of toxins and a lot of stuff. So she created an app. So I haven't actually used it or anything, so I don't have any reviews for that. Next, we have this one, Harmful Toxin Cosmetics, and it is Healthline. Santoro E 2017. Right there, Dix. We have um, uh, boatinternational.com, BOAT. Celebrities in conservation right there. Celebrities supporting ocean conservation. Next we have, looks like the last one, which is good because uh, I need to get up. So we have Thomas 2019, retrieved from pbs.org. Okay, so I'm just going back to the top, and I'm going to be reading it. You're just going to hear me as the what to call it. And like I said, I'm going to do my best to make sure nobody can edit the files. And so I'm just going to put them out, put it out for people to view it. And when I have more time, I'm going to get the document. Um, what do you call it? Like in a slideshow. So you probably be able to like read it and view it. I got to put my jacket on. So, all right. Um, I was about to walk out. Sorry. All right, so I'm going to just read it. And it says, it seems as though all natural, organic, and chemical free bath, hygiene, and hair care items are all the rage as people are doing all they can to avoid store bought chemical filled products. The purpose of this essay is to discuss how nowadays more natural products such as bananas, aloe vera, and even avocados are being used by myself, popular bloggers, as well as some of the most famous celebrities in place of on the shelf hair products. In some of like on the shelf hair products because natural items are less likely to become harmful to the human body, are more likely to be sold without plastic packaging, which ends up littering the environment, and finally are less likely to contain harmful chemicals, which turn into runoffs that also negatively impact our environment. Yeah, I made it outside. Okay. Everywhere, many people, including myself, popular bloggers, as well as some of the most famous celebrities, are trying to use less toxic chemicals in their hair care routines and are switching to produce instead. According to an online article in Vogue online magazine titled, Kourtney Kardashian explains Poosh and her personal approach to clean beauty. Actress Kourtney Kardashian has allegedly become interested in the hair care industry's practices of using unregulated chemicals in their products after having had her first child. Nowadays, the megastar is said to have found a useful tool from the Environment Working Group called the Skin Deep app, which shows her each item's list of ingredients instantly after scanning. About the app and the current situation involving the hair care industry, the actress appears frustrated. I would think that by this point, we wouldn't have to do the work ourselves in the Skin Deep app. And we shouldn't have to figure out what's safe to buy and what's not. Her passion to obtain better both bath and hygiene products for her and her family also includes her website named Poosh, in which the superstar offers readers advice on switching to an overall healthier lifestyle. Rennert 2019. In recent studies done at the University of Colorado at Boulder, a team of researchers found evidence of higher air toxicity, which linked to shampoos. When people are out and about, they leave plumes of chemicals behind them from both car tailpipes and the products they put on their skin and hair. In fact, emissions of siloxane, a common ingredient in shampoos, lotions, and deodorants, are comparable in magnitude to the emissions of major components of vehicle exhaust, such as benzene, from rush hour traffic in Boulder, Colorado, according to a new CIRES NOAA study, University of Colorado Boulder, 2018. Additional information from a 2019 article from PBS.org titled Why Your Cosmetics Don't Have to Be Tested for Safety. The author, Isabel Isaacs Thomas, goes into detail about America's regulation of hair care items, which has not been updated since the 1930s. Isaac states, In the European Union, cosmetic products must undergo an expert scientific safety assessment before they can be sold to consumers. Under current rules in the United States, the FDA can only act on a product that shows evidence of harm after it has been introduced to the market. 2019. I don't know if that is updated, that statement right there. I don't know, but I wrote this article 2001. Okay, so possibly go do your research. In another article from a doctor-reviewed website called Healthline.com, the author claims that using toxic hair care products, which often include chemicals such as phthalates, dibutyl phthalate (DBP), dimethyl, let's do DBP again, paraben, sodium laureth, and diethyl phthalate, DEP again. I'm sorry, DEP, DMP, and DBP may come with the potential risk of developing some serious health conditions, which include but are not limited to male and female reproductive system damage, birth defects, skin irritations such as rashes, as well as the potential risk of developing high levels of organ system toxicity. In my personal life and many others' lives, do-it-yourself hair care treatments made from produce are also gaining popularity as everyone is making an effort to stop plastic pollution from occurring. Last year, in 2019, I was gifted my first metal straw, and it seems like many celebrities, as well as ordinary people, came forward to protest plastic straws, plastic bags, and appeared eager to want to find alternative ways to avoid plastic in general. Kourtney Kardashian's sister Khloe appeared to be rising to the challenge, according to an article titled "Khloe Kardashian is Standing Up for the Environment and Sustainability." The author states Khloe uploaded an educational key that identifies how long it takes for certain plastics to break down in our environment. It highlights how plastic bottles and styrofoam take 450 years to degrade, while beverage can rings, the beverage can rings, those plastic rings can take 400 years. The rings that hold together the beverages, that's what they're talking about, for the can rings. And I was like, yeah. So the plastic rings that hold all the cans together. Plastic bags take 10 to 20 years to break down, while the soles of rubber boots can take up to 80. Rennert, according to the article of Rennert, 2019. Other top celebrities in getting involved include singer-songwriter and United Nations Environment Goodwill Ambassador Jack Johnson, teenage activist Greta Thunberg, the multi-talent superstar will.i.am, singer-songwriter Pharrell Williams, actor Leonardo DiCaprio, and many more. Can celebrities successfully tackle? Which is the titled article from Messenger B, as well as the Celebrities Supporting Ocean article. Those are two of the articles. All right. This new trend appears to be just in time. In fact, according to an article written in 2018 by nationalgeographic.com, part 2018, a whopping 91% of discarded plastic containers and wrappers do not get recycled. Another hair DIY mask enthusiast Alexandra Geraldo has admitted that she too is taking a break from purchasing her usual on-the-shelf hair care products, even though some of them do include more natural ingredients. She states, although brands such as L'Oreal, Paris, Garnier, Pacifica, and Sephora provide products which include natural ingredients such as coconut, banana, broccoli, oil, and avocados, I simply prefer to be as eco-friendly as possible and am more likely to try skipping these types of prepackaged hair products in order to avoid further polluting the environment. Geraldo, a personal communication. It must be a retrieve from an article. 2020. I myself agree that this type of logical thinking is inarguably a type of change that is needed in today's world for us to become a more eco-friendly society. Lastly, in addition to the evidence of plastic waste having the detrimental effects on the environment, which we commonly know, about there is evidence that plastic packaging is further polluting our environment because of what the book Essentials of Biology explains. Is industrial waste are generated during the production of mining and production of a product. According to the book, other pollution occurring from plastic is known as synthetic organic compounds. Synthetic organic compounds are of considerable ecological concern due to their effect on the health of living organisms, including humans. Synthetic organic compounds play a role in the production of plastics, pesticides, herbicides, cosmetics, coating, solvents, wood preservatives, and hundreds of other products. Synthetic organic compounds include halogenated hydrocarbons, compounds in which halogens, chlorine, bromine, fluoride, have replaced some hydrogen atoms. Uh, Chlorofluorocarbons, CFCs, are a type of halogenated hydrocarbon in which both chlorine and fluoride atoms replace some of the hydrogen atoms. CFCs have brought about the thinning of the Earth's ozone shield, which protects terrestrial life from the dangerous effects of ultraviolet radiation. So the author just stated here that the plastic does not help the ozone layer. That's just where it came from. That is in the biology book, which I did. I do have. I had finished that in my studies. Um, so yeah, the essentials of biology. In conclusion, it is no wonder why so many people in today's society, including myself as well as major celebrities, are beginning to go down a path of exploration and experimentation with do-it-yourself hair treatments, as well um, as we all begin searching for new alternatives to clean our hair while attempting to avoid toxic chemicals and keep the environment pollution free. All in all, it looks as though this trend has a high likelihood to continue to gain popularity, as there is nothing culpable with wanting to be physically healthy, eco-friendly, or attempting one of the latest do-it-yourself haircare trends, which has never been done before. Wow. That's all I can say is this article here has a lot of in-depth stuff. And guys, sometimes I go back and I read a lot of the things which I had done while I was in school, and a lot of the stuff which I do and I have done. And a lot of the times you need to refresh a lot of stuff. And I'm trying to see where this fits into. But okay, so the point of this video is you're going to get it, and that's just the read through. So I'm just talking about right now. It's going to be talking about the a lot of the processes which I take and which I do, along with a lot of the work and stuff and things um, which I am, going through and with and stuff like that. And oh my goodness, that um, uh, the last part with the last article, that is very, very deep. Um, so yeah, it is very, very, very deep, and it's very tough. And at the same time, it's been very, very difficult. Me as being um, a person who doesn't have housing at the same time, it's been very hard and very difficult to uh, get all of these things and have all these things more in your mind, most of the time, and more be focused on things a lot of the time. And, mental health wise, and as well, mental health wise, but all these facts and all these things really do to your life. And, so, I guess what all I could say is, that's why we depend on our government so much. I guess that's really what I can say is that this is why we have to vote in the correct and good the right people who have more science backgrounds and people who aren't going to play with more of this stuff, because um, uh, like we were just going. I'm sorry, the screen just went off. Sorry, I am supposed to pay attention to that. Um, but yeah, that's really what I would say about the whole entire thing is that um, just because I'm a person, I'm basically a messenger and I will bring up these things, but um, I don't have the authority or anything to really push people or try to coerce people. But you have the information for yourself, really, which is really what you really depend on your elected and your like you really depend on your elected and you expect them to have these things done and to have these things um, organized to where they really push and really do over the top and over the expectations. And I guess what a lot of people would be looking at would be that um, you just like I said, you see like an article like this. If anything in this article shocks you or surprises you, your next thing should be to go to your governments and to say your elected officials and say, yeah, you're basically your jobs are to make sure that we're not overstepping all these things and putting ourselves into deeper holes. And I don't know how many people pay attention to things like climate change um, that intensely, but if you do pay any much attention to it, um, you know you should know that it's things that steps that you can take, and it's things that you can do, and it's things that you can do, and um, so you're supposed to be well informed, and the masses are supposed to be all involved, and everybody's supposed to know all these things. So yeah, this is the paper which I have, and did come uh, and did all my very good research on. Now, let me tell you, for my research on this paper here, I lived in an apartment with, what do you call it? I got a voucher every month. So you're talking about knowing this type of information. If you're going to say, hey, this is elite information, and then, yeah, it talks about celebrities, and stuff like that. If you're going to say this kind of information doesn't come across communities, like smaller size communities, I would say that you're completely wrong. And I went to school online, and I used a separate division of my college for Arizona State because they offered a different program, which I paid certain things in different installments and different things like that. But they still gave me my certificates. So basically what I'm saying, and I'm going to end this video really soon, in a minute, basically what I'm saying is the information is there. The education, the things are, the stuff is there. I had all my books. I had the internet access. As a matter of fact, I used a government phone, which is, everybody should know about those. What do we get on those things? We get like, sort of a month worth of, what do you call that? Access to the internet. So I had to use cafes, which were around my town. Luckily, we had a McDonald's and at a library that was close by, and I had to use those resources. So it's not that it's not available for people who are not in $1 billion budget. It's just that, once again, I'm so sorry, guys, the screen. Okay. So yeah, once again, if you have any concern about anything that comes across in this sort of thing, and I can go over, I guess, for a few minutes, my actual process of doing things after I did all this sort of research right here. So yeah, to be really honest, I had a voucher from what it was, Smile, which was they gave a couple hundred, less than 1,000 for my apartment. That's where I lived while I did this in college. That's what I did. I had also the government phone, and of course, I get SSDI, and that's not called money. That's right. That's not called money. That's these little bitty things. So, yeah, it's brilliant stuff within the article. And of course, I can put all this together. I put all this together. Um, with the way that's put it together, structured and everything like that. But it wasn't about this money, this insane amount of money. It was about a person who cared, and then it was about somebody who went out and did all this work, all this other type of work. And I didn't have a car, not one car. I feel good, and I felt good because I was trying to lower things on my what you call our carbon emissions scale, on the emission scale, and I did. I felt good. That's one of the things you should be riding your bike more. Okay, that's what these things tell you to do. These more environmental agency and stuff like that, they would tell you stop taking your, or just get an electric car. And they make up these things, certain other things, and they call that your carbon emissions and stuff like that, and your pollutions, contributions just in general. And so that's the type of stuff that if you are thinking about it. And you see, I mean, I've been having, kind of a nightmare, of stuff, dealing with stuff, and trying to uh, get my finances, because I want a house, and I want something where I'm safe from the elements, and stuff like that. And my life has been just really, really, for the past months and stuff like that. And it's not, I mean, uh, I find myself, more educated and everything else like that. But that's why we have elected people and, stuff like that. You can't just leave people to really make all these choices to themselves. They really do, let's say like you're trying to cut down on whatever products and stuff like that, and it's not healthy and things like that. You kind of need both, but people vote people in for these purposes. If we're not supposed to have all this contact with all these things and stuff and so on and things like that, like I have a phone or I have a couple phones, maybe I wouldn't be touching the phone right so much or something. I mean, maybe that in my brain triggers a little bit of something. So maybe what do you call that? Uh, a covering, which would be made out of, I don't know, something, natural or something like that. But, uh, like a fabric covering or something, and maybe linen or something. Maybe it's just a thought or something like that. But sometimes it's just not that, doable, or something like that. But, sometimes, right? And you just don't want people to be blind about things. You want people to I'm sorry, once again the screen. But uh you want people to have, a good understanding, a very much good understanding about things. And uh I'm just hoping for, things to, be better. I really am. That's really all I can really say about it. Reading that last part is really, really kind of discouraging, because what it says there is that, and here's the thing for me. When I got into when the last hurricane happened in Louisiana, I lost everything I had. Um, I can't remember everything what I went through for school, and I can't remember all of it. So therefore, I needed my books, and I needed my, like I'm going through a document right now. This is what I need, because I like to spread awareness on these things, but I don't have all these materials, right? And I mean, it is sort of a thing where it's, in a physical way, where you have like stuff where you go into and you view, sort of the items which you need for for the referral process, and you kind of do need that, but at the same time, it's like I did it without, what you would say would be. The presidents or the vice presidents, or the division at the presidents, which I did just apply for the EPA, one of their divisions and stuff. But I actually did it without everything you could imagine that, certain divisions of something, research on something get, a couple million, right? For, let's say they're testing, some kind of a new lipstick or perfume, and or something on some kind of, I don't know, rat or something like that, right? So that that's an example of how the government would give over. I'm sorry, you guys, the screen, you have nothing to look at, where I'm just looking around me. And you just saw my password. I'm going to change it right after, so nobody could come and steal my password. Yeah. So, but yeah, but that's just really, really what I'm saying about it, is that, uh, that's you. I mean, I did it really, and I'm used to, dumpster diving actually too, in, the city where I come from. I dumpster dive probably 3 times a week in, um, my, city, because, I had to, make ends meet a lot of the time. So that's what I was used to doing. That, I have a little odd jobs, um, some of this other stuff, and what else? I'm not getting food stamps and stuff like that. And these programs is, small, so small, and, um, these are some very, probably the best information I could, give for an advice. But my bus is here, you guys. Literally, my bus is here, and I have to be, logging off. So we'll get back, and, good luck to everybody, and leave comments and suggestions and things like that. And take care.